The number one hiring principle for early growth companies is really simple. As the business grows, employee roles will change. Not might change, they will change. And if leadership does not prepare employees for the reality early on, growth itself can create unnecessary confusion, resentment, insecurity, and organizational friction. As organizations scale, complexity increases, systems evolve, and leadership structures tighten. Communication patterns change, responsibilities shift, technology changes workflows, and economics reshape the labor needs. And because of all of that, people move. Employees should be prepared for those changes from the beginning. I often encourage growth companies to tell employees something like this during their hiring. As the company grows, your role will likely evolve. The position you're entering today may not be the same role you will hold in the future. That's not instability, that is growth. The healthiest growth companies reinforce this principle constantly as the business grows. Employees need to understand that responsibilities may shift, departments may change, reporting structures will evolve, decision making authority will narrow or expand, leadership layers may develop, people may move into entirely different seats over time. And without this understanding, employees often interpret organizational changes that affect them emotionally instead of structurally. They begin asking, "What did I do wrong?" or "Why am I being moved? Does leadership no longer trust me? Am I being pushed out?" But often none of those things are true. Too many growing businesses fail to prepare employees for that reality, and the reality that growth often reshapes roles entirely, sometimes departments. The business simply outgrows the original skill set required for a certain position. A person who thrived in a smaller, fast moving environment may struggle as operational complexity increases. The company may now require stronger systems management and more specialized leadership, or different communication abilities than the original role demanded. This does not automatically make the employee a failure, it means the business evolved. Other times, leadership discovers an employee's strengths are better suited somewhere else in the organization. So, a strong relationship builder may not thrive in operations, or a technical skilled employee may not become an outside trainer. A person hired for one role may create far greater value in another as the company matures. Good leaders pay attention to those shifts. Technology and operational efficiency also reshapes organizations over time. Tasks that once required significant manual effort may later become streamlined through better systems, improved workflows, or operational redesign. At the same time, healthy businesses must continually evaluate where labor creates the greatest value. If a company is paying a highly capable employee to perform work that no longer requires that level of skill or compensation, leadership has a responsibility to reassess how that talent's being used. Again, that's not an automatic push out or a punishment. It's just part of leading a healthy growth business. The mistakes that many companies make is allowing employees to believe every organizational shift is a judgment on their worth. Strong growth companies understand something that many businesses overlook. Organizational change carries emotional weight. I want to say that again. Organizational change carries emotional weight. Employees do not simply experience role change operationally, they experience them personally. Attach their confidence, their identity, their status, their security to the work they do and the positions they hold inside the organization. And wise leaders understand that reality and communicate it accordingly. The strongest growth companies are not the ones that avoid change. They are the ones that prepare people for the change before the change arrives. This is classic Cotter. And in my experience, that preparation begins with the number one hiring principle for early growth companies. As this company grows, your role will likely change too.